Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Ghost here, and today we got Guardian Games weapon rolls. Now, if you're wondering where I did the weapon rolls for that, came out with Act 2, they're already out. I have every single weapon that came out with this episode of Heresy with the weapon god roll guys that I think are good on the channel already. So go watch them if you're looking for them. This one is strictly about Guardian Games. I'm gonna throw in the Void Rockets RM2 as well. Don't let me forget. Okay, so I don't even know how to pronounce this. Keraunios? I'm gonna go with Keraunios. It don't really matter. So in third column, we've got overflow, hip fire, grip, triple tap, recycled energy, recycled midness. You know what? Kenduto is in here. I'm gonna explain to y'all. This man had the perfect way of describing recycled trash. Hold on.
Want to explain to me where on this list are the PvP weapon perks? You're not serious, right? That should be the question I'm asking you, because are we really out here capping for mid weapon perks? Come on, bro, that's ridiculous. You don't think To the Pain is an S tier PvP perk? No. Outlaw? No. Recycled energy? I'm gonna knock your bitch ass out. You know what? You're right, but like still though.
Recycled energy, bro. Don't nobody care about no recycled energy. Reloading after defeating targets grants energy to the lowest ability charge. Do we even know how much this is, bro? Perfect float, dynamic sway, eddy current in the third. Fourth, detonator beam. This is actually pretty good. The rolling storm. We all know what a rolling storm is already. Killing wind, jolting feedback, closing time, harmony, and killing wind. Now, if you guys are thinking like for PvP, maybe I could do a closing time dynamic sway build, I would very much go against that, because you guys need to start looking for weapons that do not have closing time on them. You might be wondering, Ghost, why? Like, closing time is one of the best PvP perks to ever exist. Well, if you don't remember, little Billy, I said this months ago, closing time is gonna get nerfed. You know, like, why would closing time get nerfed? Because Under Pressure got nerfed. They don't want perks that are always active that give that big of a bonus. And what do you know? Bungie tweeted out on the Destiny 2 team account earlier today saying, Warlock snap skating. It is an unintended movement technique that gives players some great advantages in map control and general movement during combat. While this can be enjoyable and fun to master, this presents some rough balancing issues within PvP space, not just for 3v3s, but 6v6 as well. Additionally, this is creating issues with readability of opponents mid-combat. Guardians' bodies can become warped and stretched when skating, making it very difficult to fight opponents mid-skate. In a future patch, we plan to address this. Please do. Warlocks already have too many movement. Why is a class that's not meant to have movement has the most movement and the best movement in the game? It makes no sense. Why? At least make hunters, please. Closing time. This is what I was talking about. Closing time is getting nerfed. So you guys might stop looking for weapons with closing time on them. Closing time perk grants some great stats when your magazine is low, especially when enhanced on special weapons. As players are always spawning with low special ammo for now, wink wink, that's a good little situation. Why is it only for now? We're gonna spawn with full special ammo soon? These stat buffs are almost always on the Crucible, making various weapons perform a bit too well in 1v1 combat. Zealous Reward, for as an example, can get some pretty far ranges thanks to this perk and are always on. Zealous Reward, as an example, can hit some pretty far ranges thanks to this perk, and it's always on nature of its functionality. That's such a weird sentence. We plan to tune this perk specifically on special weapons like we have done with other perks in the future patch, which basically means depending on how big of a nerf this is, this perk is dead. Because if there should literally be no reason you're there should be no reason you're using closing time on a primary weapon. There just isn't. I think using closing time on primary weapon is just trash. IMO. Anyway, Tommy's matchbook. Thank God. Good Lord. Tommy's matchbook has become a frequent conversation among the online community, and rightly so. For many years, this weapon has been a bit of a sleeper in terms of strength of its baseline improved hipfire functionality. With the recent changes to Radiant Dance Machines, we're seeing more hunters pulling this exotic out for some silly hipfire only builds. Like we did with DMT in the last word, we are going to tune this interaction in 8.251, and we'll have more details in the future tweet. We will also be re-enabling DMT in the last word to interact with Radiant Dance Machines with a much more limited set of buffs that do not increase the range but still provide them with some amount of increased accuracy. Radiant Dance Machines has surged in popularity in the Crucible since the rework, but with increased usage has not been unilateral. In fact, we're seeing nearly 3 times the adoption of M&K on mouse and keyboard compared to controller. After the recent issues with Lodestar hipfire precision and aim assist being significantly higher on MK than controller, we dug deeper into Radiant Dance Machine setup and realized the same issue is present, albeit a less significant amount in 8.251. We'll be normalizing the precision angle threshold bonus provided by accuracy buff between controller and MK using Radiant Dance Machines. And I've also corrected the issue in a few other places that it could appear. For example, the legacy frame intrinsic perk on S-Stock and BXR. This will reduce the ease of getting critical hits while hip firing on MK when paired with one of these items. Should bring effectiveness more in line with the controller. Whew. Lastly, regarding lightning, thank God. Regarding lightning, we've been watching the conversation around the trials weekend featuring Solitude. There are a few spaces on this map, doors specifically, where players can be blinded by the exterior lightning, or have difficulty identifying enemies' barricades due to the warm lightning on Mars. As such, this map won't be featured in trials for the remainder of the season. See, even they can't even help but stop calling the seasons. It's not just us. Where it can be hard to see, while we can't promise immediate action or changes, we're looking to get some bugs fixed and future opportunities to either tune the lighting or to make changes to help combat in those spaces. We'll continue to monitor various strategies and weapons within PvP, and we'll provide additional details for future tuning in the past. Tuning passes as we can. So, like I said before, start looking for weapons that don't have closing time. Because we all know how Bungie works. It's either a nerf that's still pretty good, or they're going to nerf it into the ground. There's no in between. It's either going to be, it's still usable, or complete trash. No in between. There's legitimately no in between. So that's how I feel about it. For PvE, I'm probably going to go with Overflow, Rolling Storm. Can't really go wrong with that. You can go Overflow, Killing Tally, or Overflow, Jolting Feedback, or Overflow. Literally, the only thing that matters in this first trade is Overflow. Nothing else matters. Overflow, Detonator Beam, Rolling Storm, Killing Tally, Jolting Feedback. Let's talk about Hullabaloo. Now, this is something that I do want to see, because, chat, I actually use Hullabaloo. And you guys know you don't. I actually genuinely do use Hullabaloo. It's crazy. I actually do enjoy it, especially this season. It's actually been pretty good. So I'm interested in this. So we still have Volt Shot. Don't really care about Volt Shot with a 39 reload speed. Does not matter. What I'm looking at right now, the role that I have is Envious Assassin, one for all. Pretty good role, not bad, especially for Ranix and Vesper's Host. But let's look at the perks before I give you combinations. Volt Shot, Field Prep, Impulse Amplifier, Envious Assassin, Envious Arsenal, Stats for All, Demolitionist. And the fourth, Golden Tricorn, Chain Reaction, One for All, Cascade Point, Rolling Storm, you love to see it, Strategist, and Adrenaline Junkie. So, what I'm looking at, I want an Envious Arsenal, Rolling Storm roll. Enhanced Envious Arsenal, Enhanced Rolling Storm. What does Enhanced Envious Arsenal do? Anyone know? Do we know what Enhanced Envious Arsenal does? I don't think so. I really don't know. Oh, passively against 20 inventory size. W. Okay. That's probably what I'm going to do. I want that Enhanced Envious Arsenal, Enhanced Rolling Storm, so I can get even more bolt charge stacks. Perfect. But like I said, if I can get a roll of this, I'll legitimately might replace it. Because I literally never remember to activate Envious Arsenal. Envious Assassin. I always forget to activate it twice. So I don't really care. I might get rid of it if I get it. If not, it's fine. But Envious Arsenal, Rolling Storm, Envious Arsenal, One for All. If you like Golden Tricorn, Envious Arsenal, Golden Tricorn. Can't go wrong with it. Moving on to Teraxippos. Now, am I wrong here? I have legitimately, not even since last Guardian games, I have not seen one person use this thing. Never, not once. Never. I think the only time I saw people using it was during Guardian games, and since then I have not seen it once. It's just not good. I mean, it's a lightweight scout, I guess. Good handling, faster movement speed when equipped. It got some good perks on it. I just don't see anyone using lightweight scouts. It's got some good perks, man. Like look, we got Zen Moment, Keep Away, 4th times, Enlightened Action, Perfect Flow, Lone Wolf, and Closing Time in the 3rd. But in the 4th, we got Hashling, Precision, Kill Clip, Explosive Payload, High Ground, Tear, and Eyes of the Storm. Like, If I get a Zen moment out of the storm roll, maybe even a keep away out of the storm roll, keep away precision instrument, lone wolf, eyes of the storm, it's got some good perks, man, but I just think this archetype is just not good. Now, one of my other least favorite weapons, part of Guardian games. I almost never enjoy any of the Guardian games weapons. In the third column, Repulsor Brace. By the way, we're talking about the title SMG. Repulsor Brace, Grave Robber, Threat Detector, Perpetual Motion, To the Pain, Closing Time, and Recycled Energy. Then we got in the fourth, the Stabilizing Rounds, Swash, Surrounded, Rangefinder, Recycled Energy again. I know this is freaking Elemental Owning, I'm tripping. Under Pressure, and Demoralize. Now, I'm gonna say this right here, and this is generally what I believe. I think the Stabilizing Rounds and Repulsor Brace is not as good of a combination as Repulsor Brace and Demoralize. And I'm gonna make my case for it here. If you guys have never used a Repulsor Brace, the Stabilizing Rounds build before, it's pretty good, especially after the Destabilizing Rounds buff. If you guys did not know, the Stabilizing Rounds now gives you void rounds, volatile rounds, if you hit somebody with the freaking volatile burst for 5 seconds. So you get 5 seconds of volatile rounds. But if the volatile round explosion gets the kill, you do not get an overshield. Repulsor Brace does not activate, and that happens a lot of the time. You know what doesn't do that? Demoralize. You get 1 precision headshot, the entire crowd is weakened. And you get an overshield, guaranteed, because you're the thing that's killing them. So you're going to guaranteed get an overshield, which is perfect. But you want to know why I'm not really that excited about it? I'm gonna show you right now, chat. It's because I have this freaking Joxer's Longsword. I have this exact roll. This exact roll on Joxer's Longsword, and it's a heavy burst pulse rifle, one of the most damaging weapons in the game. I have this exact roll. I don't need it. And I already did not like the title. I mean, I guess if you want to run and gun with it, cool, but I think there's other weapons that are better, in my opinion. Lotus Eater. Man, we got some good options here. Strategist, Feeding Frenzy, Repulsor Brace, Shoot to Loot, Beacon Rounds, and Reconstruction in the third. In the fourth, One for All, the Stabilizing Rounds, High Ground, Reverberation, Withering Gaze, and Adrenaline Junkie. Now, in this scenario, I might go Reconstruction and Stabilizing Rounds. Can't go wrong with that. Or you can do Reconstruction, One for All. But I would like to get some Void Synergy in here, so Reconstruction and Stabilizing Rounds. Or Withering Gaze, if you guys are into Withering Gaze. I'm not really into Withering Gaze at all. But I'm going to be farming this a lot this week because it is currently double loot week on a fairly easy strike. So I'm going to be farming for it. Thank you so much for coming to the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I can't speak! Thank you so much for coming to the video today. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And remember to stay spooky. And tell me in the comments below, what weapons are you chasing? Do you even care about Guardian games? Have you tried the new Guardian games? The new Rushdown mode is actually pretty fun, if not a bit easy, but you do get a good amount of double loot weapons that are already masterworked. I mean, you might get something you want. Do a little expert Rushdown. It's actually pretty fun. But anyways, have a good rest today. Stay spooky. Peace.